The county allocation of revenue bill has been tabled in the Senate, outlining how the 316 billion shillings allocated to counties will be shared amongst the 47 devolved units. The republished division of revenue bill allocates 378.1 billion shillings to the counties in total, with 316 billion being the equitable share, 6.2 billion for the medical equipment scheme, and 880 million shillings for water towers, among others. Chimtai Goin has been following the Senate sittings in Kitui and now joins me live from Kitui County. Chimtai, it's good to speak to you. Let's start off with first things first. The president signed the bill into law today. In fact, some money has already been allocated to the counties, about 50 billion. But it seems the standoff is far from over. The senators are unhappy. Tell us why.
Well, Yvonne, even as we speak right now here, the chamber is actually heated. Senators are still protesting over that decision of the president to sign into law the Division of Revenue Bill 2019 at a time when there is a contention over some level of illegality. Remember, the president signed the Appropriations Act into law without a Division of Revenue Bill which outlines the shareable revenue really between the two levels of government, the national government and the county government. And after the republished version of the Division of Revenue Bill, that is the mediated version, was passed by the mediation committee, section members of the National Assembly had a cheeky move and actually amended the date of publication to July 1st, which was the date of the initial Division of Revenue Bill, which was an attempt to cure that illegality by President Kenyatta in signing the Appropriations Bill into law when there was no Division of Revenue Bill. And now senators are actually taking the Speaker to task to first explain which version of the bill he signed and first give that clearance before they can now make a decision on what happens. And probably just to give us a better explanation about what is happening in the chamber is Narok Senator Ledama Olekina to probably tell us what is happening in the chamber and what is the cause of it.
We have a National Assembly which decides to violate the law. They know that there was an issue of the Division of Revenue Bill which was still to be determined, but they went ahead and they actually gave the president the appropriation bill for him to sign it into law so that he can start spending money. Now, for them to sanitize their illegality, they want to do an illegal move and backdate the effectiveness of the date of the mediated version of the bill. I sat in the mediation committee. There's no way in the mediation committee that we discuss the issue of amending the effective date. They know that we have a matter in court. And the moment we accept that now this thing can be okay, it will be actually abating an illegality. Because what we'll be saying is that what the president did was okay because we have backdated the effectiveness of the DORA, which has now been signed into law. The other issue which is very, very important is that Article 113 of the Constitution is very clear, that each house of Parliament, either the Senate or the National Assembly, shall debate the mediation version of the bill, which will then be sent to the President for the President to be able to sign it into law. So what we are seeking clarification from the Speaker is that, yes, we know we have the CARA, which we must pass, but we also want to make sure that we are not treated into a theoretical where we go in and abetting corruption. So what we are seeking from the Speaker is that when he signed the vellum, which version of the bill did he sign? Did he sign the one we passed, in the Senate? The one that we voted in the Senate, which did not have anything to do with the date? Or did he sign one that was amended by Kimani Ichung'wah to be able to please the President by saying, no, don't worry, we will deal with this issue? So really, these are constitutional matters, and it would be very wrong for us senators who are elected by Kenyans. I represent over 1.2 million Kenyans, or maybe even more from Narok County. And it would be illegal for me to agree to allow the executive to be able to control the legislative arm of government. Because there is a reason why the framers of the Constitution set up those three arms of government for separation of powers. So what we're actually seeing is that, this is what Kenyans ought to know, is that the Senate is out there to defend. Yes, there's nothing we can do now. The law has been signed, but this matter is in court. And we're also sending a very strong message to the judiciary. Because I'm concerned as to why the Chief Justice would give a date which is in future for us to be able to decide matters. So if they are not bold enough to be able to, make decisions, then it's about time they go home as well. Because we in the Senate have made a decision that we will not abet corruption, we will not sanitize an illegality, and I think the judiciary also need to take notice on that we are very serious, we know our process, and if most of them, they don't know, they should come back to us so that we can school them. It is ridiculous. Thank you.
Well, that was Narok Senator Ledama Olekina, literally the horse's mouth, telling us about what is happening in the chamber, and we will be bringing you further updates on what is happening and possibly more details about the details in the county allocation of revenue bill in our subsequent bulletins at 7 o'clock and at 9 o'clock.